Well, the Miller Center held a Trump doctrine conversation today. A panel of 6 experts joined together to discuss President Donald Trump's current state on the United States foreign policy. There was a lot to be discussed, including where those experts think foreign policy will be in the coming years.
I think that's still less of a doctrine than actually what you're going to see in foreign policy, which is a set of his kind of personal intuitions, preferences, hunches, and impulses.
The panel spoke on specific topics such as the war in Ukraine, Middle East tensions, and the approach on tariffs from the Trump administration. Each of these conversations had to give an understanding of Trump's evolving foreign policy doctrine.